Good afternoon. I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Oklahoma City Water Utilities Trust. First order of business is to approve the minutes of the December 17, 2013 meeting, and I would recognize a motion to that effect.
So moved.
It's been moved. Is there a second? Moved and seconded. We'll vote. Approved. We have the consent docket.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Are there any individual items that would like to be discussed?
Mr. Chairman, I have a question on number 3B. We're supposed to approve bonds. I wonder what the bonds look like. And what does the bond cover? And have these contractors have any difficulty in securing bonds that some of our other contractors have?
Bonds are required by the Competitive Bidding Act.
Yeah, but they have alternatives. They can put a letter of credit in, or they can pay cash. But
They can, but they never do. They always provide performance bonds.
On these contracts? Thank you. And on C, we talk, this is a pricing agreement, and on the last page we talk about multiple awards. We've only got one bidder listed here. Is that just, are there other bidders and contractors already approved to do that?
Yes, I believe that's...
Which item was that, sir?
LG control.
3C.
C.
So we're agreeing,
3 vendors submitting bids.
yes.
And so they've all been approved? Because we have multiple awards.
On C, it's just one.
I know, but it says on the back page.
You're on D.
What we have is a contract for Mid-America Hydrotech in this case.
Thank you.
Paragraph says, that's what he's referring to.
Are there other questions? Or are you still waiting on?
No.
Pardon me, that's not clear in the memo, I apologize. This is an individual award. It would have been possible to add other vendors if we were able to clarify testing results to choose multiples who were the same as.
Are there other questions? Seeing none, we will vote on the consent docket. Approved. Next item is the concurrence docket. Is there a motion? It's been moved and seconded. Are there any items, any questions about the item? Seeing none, we'll vote. Approved. Moving into items for individual consideration, is there a need to move into executive session?
No.
No.
Strike that.
It's been moved to strike. Is there a second? Moved and seconded. We'll vote. Approved. Are there any items from trustees? General manager report or the monthly performance status report?
Mr. Chairman, as we commonly do, we're presenting the monthly financial report called the Pro Forma and Status Report. A couple of things of interest. We've awarded $76 million in projects through your commercial paper program. Of those, we've spent $37.5 million thus far in payouts of claims to construction contractors. Our water revenues are running about 2.9% behind our anticipated target, or $3.4 million. At the same time, water expenses are down, but only about $1.9 million. We've had a graciously wet late summer up through November, and unfortunately not in the western part of the state, but for the Oklahoma City region, that has reduced water consumption considerably compared to last year, where we had a dry late summer and fall that produced a lot of water use. So today, to me, this looks about normal. It's not a concern based on other revenues and expense relationships that we have, particularly, again, we have fund reserves that would cover a $1 million shortfall. I want to draw your attention to that because it is very different than what we've seen the last few years, and that will have some impact as staff brings you recommendations about capital improvements. The wastewater system alternatively has not really suffered from the relatively wet weather and is running lower expense totals than anticipated, along with slightly lower incomes of $1 million. So they're all within sort of normal deviations, but wanted to let you know that in fact it is normal and that we are monitoring it fairly carefully as always.
Are there any questions? Seeing none,
Will we receive the report?
it's been moved. Is there a second to receive? Second. Moved and seconded. Vote. Approved. Are there citizens to be heard? Seeing none, we are adjourned.